Department of Computer Engineering and Information Technology. We are from Devi Mahalakshmi Polytechnic, Kitwara. Semester 5th, subject OS1, subject code 22516. Myself, Miss Anita Shirture. Chapter 2nd, Services and different components of a computer's operating system. This chapter, learning outcome of this video, components of operating system. File management, process management, input-output system management, network management, main memory management, secondary. Chapter 2nd, Services and different components of operating system. This chapter is given for 14 marks. Then components of operating system. An operating system is a large and complex system that can only be created by partitioning into small pieces. These pieces should be a well-defined portion of the system and which carefully define inputs, outputs and functions. These are 6 components of operating system. Figure show the components of operating system. There are 6 components of operating systems are shown here. The file management, process management, input-output device management, network management, secondary storage. The first is the file management. A file is a set of related information which is should defined by its creator. It commonly represents the programs, both source and object forms and data. Data files can be numeric, alphabetic or alphanumeric. Computers can store the information on the several different types of physical media like a magnetic tape, magnetic discs and optical discs. Each of these media has its own characteristics and physical organization. Each medium is controlled by the device and this device also has a unique characteristic. These properties include the access speed, capacity and the data transfer rate and access method. A file consists of sequence of bits, bytes, lines or records whose meanings are defined by its creator. Files are normally organized into directories to ease their use. The operating system is responsible for the following activities: file management. The functions of file management in OS: the creating and deleting files, creating and deleting directories, supporting primitives for the manipulating files and directories, mapping files onto secondary storage, and backing up files on storage media. Then, next is the process management. Everyone knows what is process. Then, a process is a program's in execution. A time-shared user programs, such a compiler is a process. A word processing programs being a run.
Now, entity ID, cycle ID there. In that table.
Run by an ideal machines is a process. Sending printout to a printer is also a process. Now, we consider a process to be a job or a time-shared program. A process needs certain resources like a CPU time, memory, input-output devices and file to accomplish its tasks. These resources are provided when process is created or allocated while it is running. A program is not a process. A program is a passive entity, such as the contents of its file is stored on disk, whereas a process is an active entity. With a program counter, it specifies the next instruction to until the process complete. A process is the unit of work in a system. Such a system consists of collection of processes. Some of our process. Next is the input-output system management. The purpose of the operating system is to hide the particular hardware devices from the user. For example, in Unix, the peculiarities of our input-output devices are hidden from the bulk of the operating system itself by the I/O subsystem. A I/O subsystem consists of the memory management components that includes the buffering, caching, and spooling. A general device driver interface, drivers for the specific hardware devices. Only the device drivers knows the peculiarities of the specific device to which it's assigned. Then, some functions of our input-output management in the OS. First is it offers a buffer caching system. Second, it provides the general device drivers code. Third, it provides the drivers for a particular hardware devices. Fourth, input-output helps you to know the individualities of a specific device. The next is the network management. Network management, it is the process of administrating and the managing the computer networks. It includes the performance management and the fault analysis, provisioning of a network, and maintaining the quality of services. The functions of network management in OS. The distributed systems help you to various computing resources inside, and the functions they may involve the microprocessor, microcomputer, and the many general purpose computer systems. Next is the main memory management. The main memory is a large array of storage or bytes which has an address. The memory management process is conducted by using a sequence of reads or writes of a specific memory addresses. In order to execute a program, it should be mapped to absolute addresses and loaded inside the memory. The selections of a memory management method depends on the sector factor. When a program executed, this memory space is reused for the next program to improve the CPU utilization and speed of computers. We must keep the several programs into memory. Many different memory management schemes available to handle the different situations. Some functions of main memory management. It helps you to keep track of primary memory. Second, determine what part of it are in use by whom, what part is not in use. Third, in a multi-programming system, the OS takes a decision about which process will get memory and how much. Fourth, allocates the memory when a process requires. The next is the secondary storage management. Everyone knows about the secondary storage, that is CD, pen drive, DVD, flash drive, USB, etc. Then this memory of the computer is very small to store all the data and programs permanently. The computer system offers secondary storage to back up the main memory. Today modern computers use the hard drives, SSD, as the primary storage of both programs and data. However, the secondary storage management also works with the storage devices like a USB flash drive and CD drive. Some functions of secondary storage management. The storage allocation, second, free space management, and third is the disk schedule. Then, last is the security management. The various processes in an OS need to be secured from each other's activities. For that purpose, various mechanisms can be used to ensure that those processes which want to operate, files, memory, CPU, and other hardware resources should have proper authorization from the operating system. The functions of secondary storage management. OS checks the capability of the program to read, write, create and delete files. Then some MCQs regarding this topic. Question number 1. From where a user communicates with the operating system in a computer? Question number 1. Interface. Options 1. Interface. Second, multimedia. Third, graphics. And fourth is the none of these. Students, think about that questions and give the right answer. Then question number 2. The dash dash module deals with the device as a logical resource and is not concerned with the details of actually controlling the device. The first is the directory management, second is the logical input output, third is the device I/O, and fourth is the scheduling and control. Question number 3. A dash 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 is a collection of related fields that can be treated as a unit by some application programs. Option A is the field, option B is the record, option C is the file, option D is the database. The answer of the MCQ. The first is interface, second logical input output, and third is the record.